Hello and welcome. My name is Merely Adequate, and Bebop and I are so glad that you joined us today. You may remember that I mentioned 2 spawners. So I thought I would go ahead and do a little bit of digging and try to make sense of the space that we have and where they are, and try to figure out how to turn this into a farm. But if you saw our last episode, you may know that we learned a few things about Bebop. Bebop is a genius. That's right. He can make the most amazing things. He's a builder and he knows how to make machines better than anything that I can do. It's just amazing. But we also learned that he should probably be supervised. Things get a little out of hand when Bebop makes his creations, and, chickens and cows and things get a little bit hurt. So we should probably keep an eye on him. So that's what we're doing now. I have done a lot of digging and to get the area mostly ready. But Bebop now is going around the area, checking things out, making sure that we've got all the dimensions correct and that we're ready to put, the water stuff in and to get the mobs flowing in the right direction. He said he has a few tricks. Well, says. He didn't really talk to me. But I think he has a few tricks ready to go in order to make all this work correctly. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do now. This is going to take us a little while to do, so I guess we'll do a bit of a time lapse. I'm not sure how much you'll see, but I'll try to show you as much as we have going, and then afterwards we can give you a bit of a tour of what we did, okay? All right, check it out. Okay, so as you see, our mob spawner is now fully functional. Oops. So you may have noticed that I put in a lot of the blocks, this tinted glass, which if you don't know, it keeps light from going through. So that makes it nice and dark inside there. I just went with mostly white. It's so tall because of the different heights between these spawners. As you see, this one's only a couple blocks above our heads, but this one's quite a bit taller. So I also had to mark out on the floor where to stand. So if you stand in any of these 7 blocks, both of the spawners will be activated. So that works out. And you may have seen that Bebop was helping me with some of the mechanics. Boom, 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 boom. And helping me make sure that this was working correctly. And he did a wonderful job. You know what? He also did a few extra things in here. You may be thinking, wow, that's a really big white box you made. And you're right. It is a pretty plain looking white box. There are a few things though. Like over in that area, you see there's nothing past the spawning area. I'm planning on putting a farm. Oh, I didn't even finish the roof. I'm planning on putting or asking Bebop if he'll make a farm over there. There's a few that I want, but I haven't quite decided what will go. So that'll come later. You also see that I've got lots of torches still around. Well, I have some ideas for lighting, but I may have to wait. I don't quite have the resources I need yet to do the lighting the way I'm wanting. So you're asking, well, if it's a big white box, what did Bebop do? Well, let me show you. We have a control panel. A control panel that controls all the different things that Bebop added. First off, we'll start with the door. Boom. There it is. This takes us back to both the entrance and exit, which also will update with something cooler a little later, but right now it's just a ladder in and out. But I put the bed back here because I needed someplace far away from all the mobs. I kept trying to sleep and it wouldn't let me. So I had to put the bed back here. And then, of course, I could close it up if I want to when I leave in case anything happens. But there we go. So that is the door that he added. We'll skip up here. Let's go over here to, what's next closest thing? This next closest thing. The trash. It's out of the wall, pops a trash can. I can fill it full of whatever I want. And then when I send it back, it starts getting rid of it for me. Isn't that great? Very similar to that is the crafting and anvil table that we have over here. So crafting and anvil that we need if we're going to be doing anything with all the XP that we get from here. So that's very handy. Thank you, Bebop. What else did he put? The more obvious thing is the storage. So down here, got some chests, but most specifically the stuff coming from up above stored in here. So you'll see, oh, I don't know how that got in there. But yeah, you'll see, all the stuff. I don't know if I'll be keeping hardly any of it. I mean, obviously iron if it happens to come along, but mainly I want the bones. The bones is the main thing I'm wanting from this farm. So that'll be good. Oop, oop. All right. So that is the storage that he put in. I asked him if he could do some furnaces. I don't know if I'll need furnaces, but they're just kind of tucked away down here. You can see you can reach down there and pull out. I made some stone earlier. They're tucked away. I don't really know if I'll be needing furnaces at all in this room, but I thought that'd be a cool thing just to add in. But by far, the favorite thing that I asked Bebop to put in is the enchant area. It's super cool. Want to check it out? Okay. All right. Ready? There it is! A fully functioning, you'll see, if you stand over here, a fully functioning enchant with complete 15 bookshelves that I can use along with all the XP that I get from here. And that's wonderful. He did a great job with this. I'm so happy with it. So that's what we've done in here. We're fully done. I'm getting lots of XP and I'm getting bones for bone meal. And I couldn't be happier. Since you just saw all the amazing things that Bebop helped me with, I thought this would be a good time for some adequate advice. Asking for advice is awesome. Never worry that it makes you look dumb or weak or anything like that. You should always ask for advice because it gets you help and it makes the person you're asking feel good. So if you're trying something and it's just not going the way you want, ask for help. That's what I do. Now, as I said, Bebop took care of most of this redstone that's around here. And I was watching really carefully, trying to see what he did. And I think he mainly used 2 different types of redstone mechanics that I thought it would be kind of interesting to show you. So let me show you real quick. He used 2 things. He used a double piston extender and an AB-BA circuit. So this is not going to be a full redstone tutorial, but I kind of wanted to show you a little bit of what it was so you'll understand. First, we're going to do the double piston extender. So the way that works is a little bit different in Bedrock than in Java, but you put down some pistons, set them to full, so that's 4 ticks there. Set these to full, so that's 8 ticks there. And then throw down some dust. Now basically that's your circuit. Oh, I got a little friend following me. You gonna watch this tutorial? Okay. So this is the basic thing. And so what you end up with a double piston is you've got the first piston, the second piston, and then the block that's being pushed. Okay? So what you want is the 4 to be going into the first piston, the 4 ticks, the 8 ticks to be going into the second piston, and then the 0 going into the block here so that when they extend, it'll continue going. Now this works the same if you're going vertical and horizontal, vertical up or down, but you have to do some tricky things to make sure that the redstone doesn't touch each other and that maybe you're coming in from the left and the right and the left to make sure that it's you still have just the 4 going into the bottom, the 8 going into the middle, and the 0 tick going into the block here. And I just realized I don't have a piston. Give me a moment. Okay, I think I said piston, but I meant switch, obviously. So here we go. So when I flip this switch, it should start pushing them in a double extend. You'll see. Boom, boom. There we go. And then when you flick it back again, it'll pull back and then grab that stone. Pull and grab. And there you go. So that's how a lot of the things were done here. I've got popping out of the walls and whatnot. We just used double piston extenders and to move things back and forth. Now, let me clean this up real quick and I'll show you the other thing that we did. Okay, the other thing that we used was an AB-BA circuit. So what that means is that things start in one order. So for example, let me make that straight up. That'll make it a little easier. So for example, that one goes, then this one goes, so A, B, and then for closing, they go in the opposite order, B, A. That's how I was able to push things out of the wall and then make sure that they get back in the wall before the wall closes up again. So the way this is done is you put down a few blocks. You have, I might mess this one up. I think, let's see. You have a repeater going this way, and then you have a repeater going back, but that one's set to full. Okay? Then you have repeaters flowing into these sides. Okay? So what'll happen here with the switch is it'll power this, which then goes here to do the first one, and then eventually it'll go do the second. and then when you undo it, it reverses the direction. So let me show you. Then you come out of the sides here. So the first one will come out of here. That's your A. And the second one come out of there. That's your B. Oh, I guess we got a thunderstorm up above. Okay. So here we go. Oh. Okay, that was genius. I put the switch onto the block. There we go. See, it went A and then B, and then when we flip it again, you should see this one move first, then that one. Boom, boom. There it is. A, B. Those are the two main mechanics that we used in this room, or Bebop used, and that's what I was watching whenever he made it. So that was really cool, and I hope you learned a little something from that. If you couldn't follow me that well, that's okay. Don't worry about it. There are tons of tutorials that you can find online. So like I said, what you're looking for is double piston extender, and you're looking for AB/BA circuits are the two things. And remember, particularly with the double piston extender, you need to look for ones that say bedrock if you're playing on bedrock, because I believe if I'm correct, that Java can do a 2 and a 4, and we have to do a 4 and an 8, and so 240, and we use 480 as far as the timings on the repeaters. Don't quote me on that, but yes, it is a little bit different for bedrock players. So I hope that was helpful, and I think it's now time to go do something else. All right, let's go. As you can imagine, it took quite a while to build the spawner and get all the resources and do everything, and a few things happened. I found some things, and I thought I'd just share them with you real quick so you can kind of get caught up where we are right now. First of all, I had wonderful luck with the Wandering Trader. It took a while, but eventually I found one. Well, I found a ton of them, but the first one was selling moss blocks, which is absolutely my favorite thing that they sell. If you see, you can put it down and you put some bone meal on it, and it spreads, and you get moss carpet and azalea bushes. It's just wonderful. And we also found from a Wandering Trader some rooted dirt. And if you haven't seen this stuff before, roots will grow out the bottom of it. So if you bone meal it, you can trim it off, and then if you bone meal it, then roots will grow back, and you can use them for like underground builds. I also got some glow berries. These are so wonderful. They provide a little extra light, so you can you hang them from things, and you can extend them by adding more and more. But also, if you bone meal them, then the berries will grow. The berries will grow. The Wandering Trader wasn't the only thing that I got and found things from. There was quite a few animals that I encountered as well. First, I found this pink sheep. Have you found a natural occurring pink sheep before? They're rare. It's something like 0.2% or less that you'll find them. And I'm just waiting. Actually, a baby pink sheep is even more rare. I'm hoping to find that someday. Also, I came across a skeleton horse that was a skeleton trap. If you haven't encountered one of those, a bunch of skeleton riders will come out on skeleton horses, but I was very skillful with my bow and was able to get just the horses by killing the skeletons off of them. The last animal thing is I did find a cave spider spawner. Now, I know I did a big production with my other spawners, but this one was so close to bedrock, I really couldn't do a lot with it except for just make a most bare bones farm. So you'll see here just a simple farm that I made with that so I can get some string. Okay. Another thing that I did was I started working with my enchanting table, and I really started using that and finding ways to get the things that I needed to help, the tools that I needed to do everything. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to show you. Ta-da! I am all decked out and ready to go. my shoes and my pants and my chest plate and my helmet are all mostly maxed out with protection and unbreaking and some other enchants. My helmet needs a few extra things, but other than that, I'm doing really good. I even have a sword with sharpness and breaking and mending. I've got a couple picks. I got Fortune and Silk Touch. I have this amazing bow. It took me quite a bit of work to get that one, but I love that. I have unbreaking and mending on an axe, and a couple good shovels, and I even got a Silk Touch hoe so I could get a bunch of leaves and stuff. But yeah, it's so great. I'm so excited. I worked pretty hard on this with lots and lots of enchanting. But I don't know if you saw, but there's mending on some of my things. Well, I don't know if you know this, but you can't get mending from an enchant table. So I had to go on a little bit of adventure. And here you'll see I found a village, and there wasn't a lot of villagers here. Matter of fact, the village looks like it's not doing very well. But there were a couple villagers here, and I ended up talking to one of them, and they agreed that if I would help fix their village and maybe make it more popular and get more people in it and build it up some, that they'd sell me some mending books. So I was able to buy some mending books, and that's how I was able to get mending on all my stuff. All right, I think you're kind of caught up. Let's go see what Bebop is up to. Hey, Bebop. You there? Oh, hey, Bebop. How's it going? Oh. Hey, who's that you got there, Bebop? Hey, you should be nice, Bebop. Come on, that's a new friend. Oh, I think he wants to play. You want to play, Bebop? There you go. You guys can play together. How fun is that? Oh, hey, stop barking at him. He's just having fun. Isn't that cool? Wow, I've never seen a horse be so friendly before. That's so great. Oh, why, hello there. How are you? You're beautiful. Very nice to meet you. Looks like somebody's already tamed you. Well, do you want to be a friend? Would you like to be my friend? Well, come here. Let me ride you. Whoa! You're a fast horse. You're so great. Oh, you're just the sweetest thing, aren't you? I love this. Hey, let's go down the path. Come on. Come on. Hey, Bebop, we're going this way. Ooh, I have a little bit of a path started going back to my spawners. It's clearly not a very good one yet. I need to work on it, but now that I have you, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. Look at you. Look at you. Oh, jumping? Oh, you're a good jumper too. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh, wow. You know, I really like horses. I haven't really ridden one very much, but I really do love them. What do you think, Bebop? Isn't this great? Whoa. Don't you agree that horses are amazing? I just love her. I think she might. Yeah. I think she's our new best friend. Yeah. What should we name her? Let's think about it. Maybe we'll name her in the next episode. Let me tell you, horses really are great. They're so much better than dogs. I mean, dogs are cool and all, but, I mean, you can ride a horse, yeah? Oh, man, I just love her. She's so great.